Here we go. It's going to be a wet Japanese Grand Prix, but UKB second round seat from Hutsulichi Davis Akiela. Dr. Vada has a fourth from Spike CB and Ultra Bro. Then Sebastian Cowboy, Chaos Andale. And then Ahmed Silla and Verstigo. And Sandy Bogsarov, Ravo, Matthew Hart, Livery, Carlos Eduardo, Max Adelaide, Nicholas Palomino, your boy, Vital Owls, Rafa Crumpley, Chris Cornwell, Nias Crumpley, Victor Levi, and Mark Vaughn. Here we go, the second round of the season. Revo in the first round. Who's going to win the second one? As we go to the 5 red lights to start the Grand Prix. We go green in Japan. And instantly the drivers get going. UKB leading in towards the first corner. Sekira close but not alongside. It's a good start for the British driver as his teammate Chris Cornwell all the way down 20th with a bad qualifying. Well, can she make up some places in today's race? That's what we'll hope to find out. As Victor Levi and the Toro Rosso getting close to her. Levi on the inside line and almost ahead. I think you might be ahead. As the drivers head under the bridge towards the hairpin. They're going to have to get the right break point. 3 wide there almost. However, that 3 wide battle did break apart there. Ocampo trying to capitalise a better exit. Well, that's not going to happen now. Because Matthew Hart has caused a collision. Supposedly there with Daniel Bogsarov, both of them with damage to their cars. Bogsarov just falling back there as he lacks pace now due to the damage. Yeah, that is a lot of damage on his car. The pace is gone. UKB taking a commanding lead of 2.7 seconds. Oh my god! Okay, out of the race there goes Racket Crumpley. His car upside down there at the end of the spoon curve. So yeah, second virtual safety car. So first virtual safety car. Levi is also out of this race as well. So yeah, the driver's gonna enter lap 2 with 2 DNFs already. The VSC is over. We go green now once more. So now, yeah, good start for Sekira, bad start for UKB. That's not good for him as he loses some of his lead. However, the drivers will be expected to do a full race on these intermediate tyres. Unless the wear gets too high, but yeah, currently it's looking like the driver's just going to run their tyres to the end. As here is Ahmed Silla getting close to Ocampo, who almost hit the wall there. Very close to hitting the wall there. Ultra now on the back of Adelaide into the hairpin. He's looking towards the inside, but it's contacted Adelaide. It's sent into the wall. Ultra follows through. Unsurprisingly, that is a 5-second penalty on for the Ferrari driver as he flies straight past Adelaide, who just has no pace on the straight. Marcus Adelaide moves up now into 10th as Adelaide forced to the outside there of that corner, and he's just dropping a lot of places now. His battery is gone. That damage, that smack into the barrier was enough to completely disable the battery in his car, and that's why he's so slow. That's why there is just no pace at all from him. As Hux Finucci sets the fast lap of the race, Ahmed still taking that away in the Opal car. The two McLarens close to each other. DeVerdell on the inside, Ocampo on the outside. Ocampo backs out as DeVerdell aggressively takes P6 off of his own teammate there. Your boy just hanging on the edge of the top 10. Adelaide right behind it in the BMW Williams. This is the team that has looked strong this season so far, especially with Spiker, as around the outside there. Incredible move from Adelaide as he gets out of your boy and Palomino. Really deploying the battery there. Mark Adelaide taking advantage of the overspeed. He gets up into 9th place, ahead 2 places compared to where it was before. Armstrong now getting close to the Mendel on board with him. Cornwell picks up a penalty. That is not good for her, as she's down 15th place, and as Sancho just dropped even more places. Down to go to the back of the grid. And here's Silla ahead of De Benedetto. De Benedetto will fight back for the battery, but through all that yard, and there's contact somewhere. out of the race, goes down above the Sorov. There we go, spoon curve. That's why the incident has happened. So the Mercedes driver is out of the race. Lap 4 begins. And UK will just commanding the race from start to present at the moment. Diesel are 4.5 seconds back. Virtual safety cars, getting timings right for them is very important. If you mess up the timing for a virtual safety car, you just lost a lot of time then. Now Sergio is going to feel some pressure from Hux Finucci. Many people in the pits, that's Ravo and Ultra. Many drivers are in actually. So, could this be dry tyres going on? As Finucci moves up ahead of Davy Sergio, and yep, dry tyres are coming onto the drivers who have just came into the pit lane, and yep, you can see the rain has stopped. Now the track just needs to dry. So the driver's just going to carry their car through the lap. Yeah, you can imagine people who just pit are going to be very slow initially. As we go on the cockpit camera of Chaos and Delay. And just watch the gap to UK Ball. He's just losing time now. It is a constant loss of time. And those who just came in pits, they came in too early. It is not time to pit yet. For now, the Inters are still quicker, but I imagine more teams are going to come into pits as a response to the dry tyre runners. And yep, they are doing that, because into the pits comes UK Ball. Spiker stays out, which is interesting. Dave Serkera is also in the pit lane, so he's going to be held up. In fact, UK Ball, I think he probably was held up there. But Spiker's call a stay out on the track is a very interesting one. Yeah, Williams surely, yeah, they do pit Marcus Adelaide. So they keep Spiker out, they pit Adelaide, they put him on the hards. Most teams will be putting their drivers on the hard tyres, because it's just the better one. There is still some spray being kicked up, not much. I think the spray stopped now. It's down to Spiker to get to the pit lane in good condition. Like, you can imagine he's going to just start to lose a lot of time suddenly now. Considering the way the track is. Crumply on the main straight here, moving ahead of Cornwell up into 16th place. And through turn 1 and turn 2, Cornwell does drop. But Spiker does seem to be maintaining a respectable gap to UK Ball. There is a chance here Spiker could come out the pits here in 2nd place. It all depends though on how the rest of the lap goes for him. Of course, the gap is coming down a lot now, but that's just because he's had to go through that slow chicane, which does mess up the timings. Spiker is in the pits though. He has came in, obviously. This is probably the latest, the absolute latest you could leave it. And he's going to change on to fresh tyres. UK will obviously take the lead the race. He moves on to a fresh set of hards. As Cornwell just gets past Livery up at the 16th place. Here is Ahmed Silla. There is Spiker, and Spiker is out ahead of Silla. So the late gamble seems to have paid off. There is damage though to Livery, who's apparently caused a collision. He has been the one who's penalised for it. Yeah, Silla now ahead of Spiker. UK Ball and Silla both on the soft tyres. So they are most certainly gambling. Ultra's tyres, after only 2 laps, have already got some visible wear in them. Same thing goes for Nice Company, and I assume that around as well. And Spiker has got a penalty for causing a collision. The incredible strategy gamble that looked to have paid off is just going to shreds now, because as you can see right there, he's been blamed for a collision, he's got a penalty, and he's been slowed down a lot there. Because now Hux Finucci is on the back of the Williams, and down the main straight, well no, sorry, down the back straight here, the Ford moves up into 3rd. Which, when you think about it, in a way, is the net race lead. And there was more contact, Spiker penalised for that as well. And yeah, this stint just couldn't have got any worse for Spiker. 10-second penalty from 1 lap. Can't believe that, Spiker. Can't believe that. And he goes on the inside turn 1, trying to force Finucci into an error. but instead Spiker's forced himself into an error. Mark Adelaide now seeing himself in 5th position. He is massively benefited though off of these pit stops. And yeah, he's currently here in a net race 4th. Could be a net race 2nd. Telling them where UKB and Silla are by the time they come into pits, because they are not getting to the end of the race on their tyres. They are obviously going to be staying out for a little bit, and then they're going to come into pits. This lap or the next lap, that's probably when they're going to come in. If they dare go into another set of soft tyres, their strategy is going to be completely ruined. And knowing what Opel are like, they might actually do that. Because they are not good at strategy. We all know that from Opel. And yeah, White Ralphs here just coming out the pits. Nice Company also coming out. I think both of them may have had punctures possibly. Ravo picking up a 5-second time penalty. As you can see here, that's for causing a collision. So he's not been a nice boy there. He has been naughty. UK ball coming into pits. Just to change tyres of about, say so penalty. Obviously not doing that. Armensilla comes in. UK ball not held up. As Fanucci now trying to get past Spiker, but Spiker's got more battery. He's used that to his advantage. That 10-second penalty though, just going to be a race ruler for him. UK ball losing many places. Armensilla losing many places. The British driver comes out in P11 on medium tyres. Armensilla copies also onto medium tyres. There's a massive gap to Chaos Andale. But Silla is also out, just behind UK ball P12. Looks Fanucci now in that net race lead as Spiker has got that penalty. Yeah, really though, if it wasn't for the desperation of Spiker, he could have really had a proper shot of winning this race today. But currently it looks like it's going to go to Hux Fanucci. Unless Marcus Adelaide has something to say about it. And here is Fanucci into the spoon curves ahead of Spiker. Spiker fighting back here on the exit of the curves. But which one of them is going to back down first in terms of battery? Well, none of them. But it's literally backing out is Hux Fanucci. He backs out there into 130R. And that has allowed Spiker to reclaim the on-track race lead. As UK Ball gets close to the top 10, he's right behind Matthew Hart, who's stuck in a massive scrap here. Ocampo close to Verstio. Verstio wants to get ahead of your boy, and on the main straight, the Supercell Red Bull moves up into 6th. I can imagine Ocampo will get ahead of your boy soon as well. Your boy just being a little bit of a nuisance. No! Into the wall for David Sakiera. Ocampo lucky to have survived that. He's managed to just catch his car. And that's a virtual safety car there. And that is not a surprise at all right there. In the pits comes Chaos Handley trying to benefit off of this virtual safety car. And he's just trying to get to the end of his pit lane. There it is. The Audi switching over to soft tyres. The virtual safety car has ended right there. And it has been a very good restart for Spiker. Incredible stuff from the Williams driver. Mark Adelaide though, he needs to really push. The race win is most certainly possible for the Williams. But he needs to do something about Fanucci first. Fanucci is the issue here for Adelaide. UK will now in P10 alongside Ocampo, the man who he replaced at what used to be called Dragon Racing. And there we go, UK Ball moving up. He is now there in 9th position, and Matthew Hart is going to get overtaken. No contest there by the Scotsman. UK Ball has that place easy. Your boy though in P7, struggling with his tyres, they are wearing out. Hux Fanucci makes the call to come into the pit lane. And there we go, he switches over to softs. Palomino into the pits. However, he has been held up. Matthew Hart not held up. So that's a little bit of time he's going to gain on Palomino. He moves on to the medium tyre. No one else around there. You came on 6th. Your boy in 5th. Ahmed Silla in 7th. Also don't discount Silla because he's also got some good pace today as well. We got 4 more laps to go in this race. Adelaide is in the net race lead. If he can somehow last 4 laps and not get overtaken by anyone behind, he could win this race. However, winning in these circumstances I'm saying not possible. It is possible, but it's really hard. Spiker has got a better chance than Adelaide to win, I think. I imagine Adelaide could just lose a lot of time suddenly here, which could let Spiker possibly take the win, as long as everyone else behind also gets held up. UK ball ahead of your boy now, but your boy may want to fight. He's got the battery to do so, but he's not going to use that battery. UK ball needs to get ahead of Theo now as well. He's going to go on the inside. There's contact, and the Britain is into the wall riding, but he survived it somehow. But the battery on that car is gone now. And this is an easy race win. Completely bottled. He comes into the pit lane. Hyperdrive already just getting out there in the nick of time. And he moves on to mediums to end this race off. Marcus Adelaide, your race leader here in Japan, with 3 laps to go. Oh my god, this season has most certainly been unpredictable. It's been incredible to watch. But can the top 3 all stay out to the end of the race? Do their tyres have the life and strength in them to get to the end? Livery sets a fast lap of this race, and he is all the way down to P15. Ultra has got a 5-second penalty there for causing collision. Versteel on the inside, on the outside, ahead of the Ferrari, who tries to fight as much as he can. But for Ultra, there's going to be no overtake made for him. Yeah, an incredible start. Incredible end to this race. Drama and stuff. It's absolutely fantastic to see. The Cable just needs to go to recovery drive now, because that crash most certainly ruined his race there. That could have so easily been a race win for him, but it all went wrong from that crash. As Versteel gets back past UK Ball, unsurprisingly, since he's on the soft tyres, he also had some better battery than him. Corwell and Ocampo fighting. Ocampo up at 12th. Not really much of a contest there, but that battery is just a lot more overpowered there compared to Corwell's just regular straight line speed. And that is Ocampo now able to chase after UK Ball. Now his tyres are the same age. And there we go. He moves up now into 11th, shutting the door at the very last moment. Incredible. Mark Adelaide now lap 12, still leading. He's decided not to hit. That gets a penalty and out of the race goes by Terrals. And that there as a turn 1 into turn 2. Yeah, the Jaguar all the way up there in the grass. Nice Crumbly. He's just there slowing down there. He's been on the tyres for 1 lap, so he's out of pit recently. But yeah, De Benedetto as well. He's also in the talk for the race win today as well. He needs a good restart to the virtual safety car. If he can do that, then he could be a race winner this season. And the VSC has ended, and it has not been a good restart for him. Mark Adelaide getting a better restart, and on to the final lap of this race. He is going to lead. His tyres are wearing out a lot. They're in the low 20s. They could puncture at any time. But as it stands at the moment, Adelaide is going to be on for victory this season. And it is a virtual safety car. Ahmed Silla is out at the first corner. And it is Hux Vanucci involved. You can see the gravel on his tyres, and that very late retirement slowing everyone down. It could be another gift here for Marcus Adelaide. Everyone slowed down. As long as he gets a good restart, then this win should easily be in his hands. Yeah, we go green as well there, and you can see, looking at the timing gaps, it's not that good of a restart for Adelaide. However, on the other hand, De Benedetto has not gained enough to make a massive difference, and this should mean then victory for Adelaide in the second round of the season. Hux Vanucci is close to De Benedetto, but can he get ahead of him in the final part of this race? Matthew Hart in P7 could be looking for P6 here. as we are on board with him in towards Spoon Curves. He is still behind Chaos Handley. Your boy actually on the back of Matthew Hart. He can get him here. He can try hard. Oh, out of the race. There goes someone. That is Crumbly this time. He is out of the race, and for Marcus Adelaide, take the bow. The Brazilian driver moves to Williams, and he's a victor in his second race for them. Marcus Adelaide wins the Japanese Grand Prix, and that virtual safety car may have just saved Vendetto, because he just comes home for second place. Hux Finucci finishes in P3, marginally behind Benedetto. Palomino comes home for 4th from Spiker, who gets an incredible P5. It's going to be Adelaide in P7, I think. Matthew Hart close at the end. He just misses out, never mind. Adelaide keeps 6. Livery is going to finish this one P12. Revo is going to lose that place to Lam Fong there, but Fong has a penalty. So Revo should be back up into 13th place here. Fong can't really do anything now. He is going to drop down many places here. Colwell and Vado are going to finish this one off. Colwell just gets overtaken blind. And there it is, your podium. Once again, 3 different constructors on the podium. Max Adelaide, the winner of the second round of the season. Dory DeVerdetto comes home for a second place for McLaren, and Hux Finucci rounds off the podium for Ford. Incredible race though, especially for Finucci. His consistency this season has been something that people will be talking about. He is most certainly in the fight for the title, as well as Adelaide. I'd say Adelaide's probably in the fight as well. Williams have got a good car, and Adelaide has used it very well today. But with that, let's listen to the Brazilian national. So there we go, that is your podium there. Adelaide, Vado and Finucci, but after that, Palomino comes out for a solid 4th. Spiker gets 5th. It could have been so much more for them penalties. Adelaide finished in 6th for Matthew Hart, and your boy Versio 9th from UKB, who really messed up that race after that wall ride crash. Ocampo P11, best he could do really. Not really much that could have been done. Livery gets 12th from Ravo, who will obviously lose that championship lead. Saltavado finishes in 14th from Chris Cornwell, who rounds off the points, and finally Lam Fong, who drops out 16th due to the 5-second penalty. Ultra down a rack probably there, all out of the race. And as if you're racing in Japan, I hope you enjoyed that one, and we'll see you in the Singapore Sprint when the Apex F1 series returns.